your organization, for the martyrs. What's your vision there? What are you hoping to accomplish? And, for someone who's sitting at home thinking, wow, I never knew this was going on, how can they be involved? How can they get educated?
Well, our goal for the Martyrs is to continue to bring the plight of the persecuted church to every Christian. We believe that this is a unifying issue, that Christians of all denominations, of all ages, can come together as one voice for the persecuted church. I shared with you that the persecuted depend on the prayers and solidarity of their brothers and sisters in the United States. And we would like to see every church praying for the persecuted church as a regular part of their Sunday service, as it used to be in the Catholic Church. And we hope to grow our March for the Martyrs. We want Christians of all ages to know that your voice matters. We need every Christian raising their voice on behalf of the persecuted. And for those wondering, how can I get involved? How can I use my platform, my influence? Well, the first step is you can follow us at March for the Martyrs on Instagram or Facebook. And you can go to our website, forthemartyrs.com, to learn about Christian persecution, some, fast facts and statistics that you can usually easily share with your communities of faith and get the conversation started around this issue.
Excellent. You mentioned the idea of unity, of bringing Christians together. It would seem that this should be one thing that all Christians of any denomination should be able to agree upon. Has your experience been that various Christian groups are willing to cooperate
Yes.
around the issue? And what has that experience been like?
Yes, it's been amazing to see. At our March for the Martyrs, we bring in pastors and priests, Christians of all denominations, to share their experience, their insight, their knowledge. And it's a beautiful thing to see at the March. We have a dedicated time of prayer specifically for the persecuted. And one of the most beautiful things to me, one of my favorite parts about this event, is seeing the Christians in prayer all together as one for the persecuted church. And you know, in these places where you're persecuted for your faith, they don't ask you, are you Catholic? Are you Protestant? Are you evangelical? They ask you, are you a Christian?
Hmm,
You're dying for the name of Christ. And so they have a unity because of that. And we can learn from that here in the United States as well.
powerful. You started your Instagram page, Genuinely Gia, and it's one of the main ways that you've got the message out um, to people, especially young people. Um, when did you start it? What was your original thoughts around starting it? And how has it impacted people in ways that you imagined and did not imagine?
I first started my Genuinely Gia Instagram, I think only a few months after my experience the first time in Egypt when I was 20. And I thought, there is so much negativity on Instagram. There are so many pages just, sharing about glorifying yourself and your body, and so many messages being pushed to young people. And I wanted to be a voice of truth because I know that there are people out there that are struggling with their identity, that feel just as lost as I was, or even worse. And if I can be a voice to them, a voice of truth, bringing a message of hope, purpose, and identity in Jesus, then I want to be that person for them, because I looked for that and it wasn't there. So I started it back then, and it's grown to an awesome community of young people, and been able to talk about various topics, of course, Christian persecution, but pro life issues as well. And it's been wonderful to see the response of young people. I love when I get a message that said, Gia, a message you shared changed my life, or I found Jesus because I found your page. That's why I do what I do.
So, across your social media platforms, what sort of things do you hear from people? You mentioned, oh, this changed my life, or this brought me to God. But what else do you hear from people?
I get a lot of hate messages, to be honest with you. It's kind of amazing when you start speaking out about Christianity, or you start boldly proclaiming biblical truths on hot topic issues of our day, how many people will come out of the woodwork to send you messages. But to be honest with you, I've never really paid attention to those hateful messages. For every message that I've gotten about someone hating me or sending me a mean message, I've gotten 100 more messages of people saying, "This is my community. I'm so glad I found this page, and I'm grateful for the work that you do."